Today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you how you can basically start a career coaching funnel on LinkedIn from scratch. So why LinkedIn? Well, for those of you who don't know, my name is Rich. I'm one of the co-founders here at Product Gym, as well as, if you scroll down, I'm also the creator of the Boss Foundry program, where I'm basically showing product managers and tech professionals how to go ahead and build lucrative side hustles to go and ultimately escape the 9-to-5 grind. I spend my 9 to 5 helping people get jobs, and then I show those people that I hope get a job build side hustles that gets them out of the job that I help them get, or give them the option to do so if they want to. And I wanted to go out there and actually show you this because at the very bottom here, my LinkedIn is actually absolutely lit up. I have a lot of people that I haven't gotten back to, and this is basically how I've done it, and I think you can start it at a very low level. If you definitely want to learn how to build a career coaching funnel from LinkedIn, obviously it gets a little bit more sophisticated, so I really recommend you joining my school community where I talk about part-time side hustles for tech professionals and product managers, and one of them is going to be coaching. I focus on the 5 C's. How to go ahead and do content, coaching, courses, communities, consulting. With the exception of consulting, everything else here is B2C. But let's go ahead and talk about coaching just for a hot second. When it comes down to coaching, let me go ahead and, well, that's the other screen here. Let's go ahead and talk about coaching. This is actually number 2. If you guys have been following my YouTube video and my YouTube channels these days, you'll be seeing this mirror board a lot. Career coaching is actually absolutely an amazing side hustle. I owe everything that I have shy of my time that I spent in tech recruiting, learning how to coach candidates for the job interview process, mainly for product management and tech. I owe everything that I have in my life financially and everything that I've been able to achieve, whether it be traveling, whether it be, everything that I've had really comes from career coaching. In fact, like if I had to start over from scratch, I would just start coaching people all over again at the rate that I started off at back. If you got in contact with me back in like 2016, 2017, I would have helped you land a job for like $300 at a really low rate. So why does it begin on LinkedIn, and how do you get from LinkedIn all the way over here? The one thing that I hear from product managers all the time is basically, Rich, I want to start doing career coaching. I don't know how. Or I hear that a lot from tech professionals too. They don't know how to go ahead and do career coaching. But they get a lot of people naturally reaching out, even the people that they don't even know. And partially because we have, sometimes like people reach out to our members because we have such a large database of testimonials. If you're looking for a product manager job, we absolutely got you. You can go out there and see we have a lot of testimonials here, especially in a field like product management where people transition into the field. We've got like everybody from chemical process engineer, mortgage underwriters, manufacturing, finance, consulting, MBA grads. The lot is all right here. Everybody that you can imagine we've worked with before. And on these channels, as well as other channels where these members or other people, even outside the product gym community, they tell their story about how they made a career transition. So even when they don't, it's amazing because this is a fraction. We're posting out 3 to 5 success testimonials of people that took our program a week. And it's not even a fraction. We have a backlog of people to come for months and months on end. I think almost until Halloween at this point right now. Because I just can't just barrage everybody with just massive testimonials. But with that said, how do you go ahead and actually do all of this from LinkedIn over here? The thing is, right now, we've had more than 278,000 people that have unfortunately gotten impacted by the tech layoffs. Not to mention, every single year, it's like May and graduation time before you know it. You have a new batch of students that are coming into the job market, and you constantly have people that are looking to do a career transition. Why is that? Because people get bored. Even when the market was doing well, I don't really envision us living in a generation anymore where people work a job for more than 18 to 24 months before they're just like, it's just getting really repetitive. We're just kind of going through the motions. So when people are looking for a job, the first thing that they do is they actually go on Amazon to purchase some books. They go on meetups to go to some meetups. If they're in a city that doesn't have enough meetups, definitely they go to Eventbrite and they look up webinars. We host a lot of webinars here in YouTube Lives. They look for, they meet up with their friends, significant others, people that their friends know, second and third degrees. They start aggregating information about how they made this transition, or it's on the job challenges. That's actually where the most lucrative money to be made in career coaching. But they start looking for people that has already solved the problem that they're looking to solve. So if I'm looking to transition here from finance going into product management, these people have solved it. If I'm looking to transition to management consulting going into product management, these people have solved it. Another example is, hey, you went to Duke, I went to Duke. You're in New York, I'm in New York. Or you went to Duke and you were a computer science major, I went to Duke and I'm a computer science major. You got your MBA at the London Business School and you're living in San Francisco. People look for lookalike profiles, which is like you represent the future that they want to have, because you also represent in somewhere in your work history the past that they're currently living in the present. So I could either spend a lot of time, and that's the most valuable commodity because $1 million would never buy you back a minute of yesterday's time. I could either spend the next 90 days trying to figure out how to solve this problem. And there's a lot of people out there that are pretty smart, especially in this field, but I may figure it out, I may not. And I might make a transition, but maybe I have to take a pay cut. Or I might figure out how to solve this career problem, but I may go through a lot of hurdles. That's a lot of pain. Unless I have a lot of time, it doesn't hurt that much. I might as well just find somebody. So I get a lot of people that went to Loyola Marymount University that reach out to me and say, hey, I saw here that you used to work as a recruiter. I would like to go into career coaching. Those people also reach out to me too. I also see a lot of people that would say maybe it's a cultural thing. They reach out to me because I'm an Asian guy and they're an Asian person too. And they say, hey, I've been watching your content. I really look up to what it is that you do. Do you have a few minutes? Because I would like to go ahead because I've been in this racket here for how long? I've combined graduated school since 2014. I've been in this racket now for practically 10 years. It's 2024 right now. So that was my first job coming out of university, was actually in tech recruiting, and I've always focused on tech roles. And even until now, very focused in product management and tech roles as well. So the truth of the matter is I've learned a lot. I like to think that I've learned more every year, but I've learned a lot in the last 10 years. So it could take somebody about a year or about 6 months to figure out something, or they can just reach out to you. So these people are already reaching out to you. So that question actually becomes, well, Rich, how do I charge them? How should I charge them? Should I even charge them at all? Sometimes people feel bad about charging people for career coaching. Well, if you like to spend your time for free, that's your choice. But I'm not telling you that you should take advantage of people, but there are people, they're able to pay you something beyond just a cup of coffee, right? Your time is definitely worth a little bit more than that. So how can you get the engagement with them going, started? You charge them something very low. So you want to go ahead and actually do some calls first. And that's where the free part is. You want to get, I actually explained in my program here back at school, Don't Be Late to School. I actually show you how you can go ahead and get started on this by doing calls. But you want to see what is it that they need, and you also want to let them know how it is that you can help. Maybe your responsibility is not getting them all the way to the job, but I can give you a quick tip here. If you made this far into the video, which is about 9-10 minutes in, the most lucrative career coaching niches are actually on the job. It's on the job because we help so many people land jobs in our program. And yes, we prepare them for the basics of that. But every product manager role is very, very specific. If you're getting a product manager role in e-commerce, if you're getting a product manager role in fintech, it's very, very different because you're focused on different industries and you have different targets that you're trying to meet. And ultimately, you also have very different types of people that you deal with in different types of industries. So when you get a job, it ends, right? It comes here and it ends because they get a job and it's basically they wave goodbye. But, the reason why we provide the training for people to be very successful on the job, but people still need additional training. Like we get it, but it's so specific that no company can actually build a whole offer around it. It has to be an individual that would provide something very specific because it's not very scalable. So the best types of career coaching is actually, you're probably getting a lot of people that reach out to you. There's no support for head of product management. Like a lot of product managers, their first 6 months, their first year is brutal. It's absolutely just pure punishment. You know, they just kind of have to figure it out on their own, and they will get there, but it comes at an opportunity cost of like, wow, they have to make so many mistakes before they actually achieve success, that if they just had a friend that actually was like, hey, like that was the head of product before at an e-commerce company, can actually walk them through it, so much easier. You know, recently, one of my friends, her boyfriend wanted to get into career coaching. He came from a recruiting background as well. I think I was able to go ahead and save him 3 years of his time and his life. Like, I think he's smart enough to go ahead and be able to figure out a lot of the challenges that I did, but it's also all the things that you don't know, right? It's like you're anticipating all of these challenges that you will have, and it's going to be a no-brainer because you're utilizing like deduction skills and anticipation skills on like what are the challenges and problems that you're going to encounter. But it's all those unexpected challenges that you don't know. That's what they're really buying. So I walk you through step by step, but the first thing is start talking to some of those people, start aggregating some of that information, and then from there you can start creating offers. I mean, my first offer was only $300, and I did some coaching, but I also was able to create additional offers as a result of getting the success outcome for that one person from my one original offer. And I scaled that up to like 1,000 to 1,500 to 2,000 very quickly, and then I basically took off. And you know, years later, we basically have multiple course and coaching offerings, and it's allowed me to do everything else from that all the way to also moving into like things like consulting, which is something I'm doing for another company right now. But having said that, it really starts off with getting the calls. Don't be afraid to go ahead and ask for money, but also you want to start off your process with getting as much info from the people that are already reaching out to you, and in taking that information, creating content with it, creating digital products with it, provide offerings that actually give value and save time and make it less painful for these people to either help transition their job better and faster, or make the process of them getting better at their job. A lot of product managers right now reach out to me all the time, basically asking me like, because if you're on the job right now left standing, or if you're working in tech and you're still left standing on the job, you're probably doing 3 to 5 or even 8 people's job all at the same time, and you have to buy back your time. But usually people's situations are so specific, a company cannot build a whole offer around that. They have to get coaching and mentor from somebody that's been in that very same spot. And chances are those people are already organically reaching out to you in your inbox. You can take all of their questions, gather about 50 to 100 questions first, and then on the back end, create answers for each and every one of those questions. You can create additional LinkedIn posts there on your LinkedIn, and you can just post up one message a day. You will get more people reaching out to you. You can take those same questions and create videos off of it, and you'll get even more people reaching out to you. And basically from there, you can start charging people. How you should charge them, what you should charge them, what is the engagement, all of that, you can go ahead. What? You can basically go ahead and find in my school. Part-time side hustles. See you in school. Don't be late.